Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a winged eyeliner tutorial and my tips and tricks on how to make it as easy as possible if you're a beginner. It took me years to master winged eyeliner, even though I still suck at it, to be honest. But this is how I do it, and if you want to learn how, just keep watching. The first thing you're going to need is a liquid or gel eyeliner. I'm using the NYC eyeliner in black. It's a liquid. I prefer liquid because I did use gel for a while, but it's just too... Sure, why not? It's just too, I just like liquid better. I feel like I work with it easier, but if you're a beginner, I definitely recommend starting out with a gel. If you are going to be using a gel, it's probably going to come in a little pot, and you need a angled brush with it. I recommend using something like this. Something very thin and something that can really get a precise line, because if you use a thicker one, you're going to get a thicker line and it's going to be a lot harder to work with. Something else you probably want to have on hand if you're a beginner is a concealer. I have here the NYX Dark Circle Corrector concealer. It's just a pot concealer. And then I also use this brush to help clean it up. It gives me like a pretty precise line, but if you want something, can you stop? You want to get something that's a flat brush to help clean up that line for you. I would use maybe an angled brush if you want, but I use this for my eyebrows, so this has brow product all over it, so I cannot use it as a cleanup tool. This is the brush that comes with my liquid eyeliner. It's pretty, I want to say, it's a thicker brush, so it's definitely harder to work with, but I've gotten the hang of it. It was really hard to get used to at first, but I would recommend something like the NYX one that has like the bent handle. That's really good for beginners. Or you could use, I started off with like L'Oreal Maybelline if you want to use one of those. It's my favorite because it dries matte and it's super black. Like, it's really hard to find a eyeliner that is this black. Okay, so to start on the eyes, sorry I keep looking in the viewfinder, you want to follow your lower lash line and you want to follow that line up. And that's going to create your wing. And the reason you want to follow this line is because if you go straight out, that's going to look real funky and it's going to make your eyes want to droop, and you don't want to come down here because you're just going to look like an idiot, to be honest. So you want to follow this line up because you want to go up towards your brow so it gives that nice little flick. So that's generally where I start my eyeliner. I don't start in the inner corner because I want to map out how thick my line is going to be, because the higher you get it, the thicker it's going to be. So first, when I take out the brush, it has way too much product on it, so I have to wipe some off on the tube, because if you start with too much product, it's just going to be messy and it's not going to look cute. First, I want to start at here, and I'm going to drag it down. You can go up, a lot of people do that, but I just drag it down and connect it to my lower lash line. I just find it easier. Just like that. Just one line. So once you have that beautiful creation, and this is where it gets tricky, you want to take, this is hard to do on camera, you want to take, I can't talk and do this, you want to take the top of this and connect it down towards the middle of your lid. Watch. Or not the middle, more the end, I guess. So now I'm going to dip it back in, wipe off the excess, and then start drawing that in towards my inner corner. You want to go in short strokes because it makes it easier, and then I just go in my inner corner and then connect it to the middle. And as you can see, it's pretty uneven. I want to make that one straight line, and I like my eyeliner pretty thick, so I mean, you could always just do it this thin, but I'm going to thicken it up. So I'm just going to thicken it up, and it helps if you steady your hand like on your face, you know what I mean? Okay, now it's extremely jagged. You You see what I mean? I know you see that. Am I the only one that thinks if you spill this, all of it's going to come out? I've always wanted to test it, but I don't want to waste the product. And you want to make sure that triangle and triangle connects evenly to the lid. But since that's not sharp at all and it looks just like a chunk of a wing, I'm gonna flick it out and make that line at the end thinner. Okay, now I'm gonna go into concealer and clean it up because I messed up, because I've never done this on camera and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard. Taking my brush that I showed you earlier and my concealer, I'm gonna take the flat side of the brush, dip it in the concealer, wipe off the excess, and just clean up that line. And no, this is not cheating. This is life. Boom. And blend it out, obviously. That's a pretty solid wing, yeah? Yeah. Starting at the lower lash line. Wow, this is hard. You want to make a line. I mess up on this eye a lot because it's uneven to this eye. The lid space is not the same. And I always mess it up. If you have the same issue, holla. And then connect it to your lid. I'm just gonna connect that further into my lid. And fill in the space between the lash line and your starting point of your eyeliner. And then take it in the inner corner. And connect the two. And as you can tell, my wings are hella uneven. Like, this one's super thick, this one's not. This one's ugly, this one's not. Time to even it out and make it thicker. I'm never satisfied with this eye. Again, this one is too chunky on the outside, so I'm just going to create a thinner line. That did not work. That was way too high. Everyone struggles. I'm gonna take concealer. Okay, I was hoping I was gonna use this at all in the video, but this is hard. And then clean up that line. Yes, honey. Yes. This one I've noticed is longer than this one, so we're gonna have to make this one longer now. Boom. I can fly away.
Got everything, I got everything. I cannot complain.
Alright guys, this is the finished look with my lashes on and my mascara. One thing I forgot to mention is another good tool besides concealer that you can use to clean up the line is a inner liner pencil, like a beige one. This will work perfectly to clean that line up. It's gonna work perfectly because it is your skin tone, so that is another good tip. So whatever eyeliner works for you, if it's a gel or a liquid, I don't recommend using a pencil just because it's not gonna give you that crisp line like a gel or a liquid will, but to each their own. So just find the right eyeliner for you and practice with it. And it just takes practice. Practice makes perfect. That's what I tell all of my friends who ask how I do it. I've been doing it for years, so don't be impatient. Just go into it knowing you're gonna slay it. Okay, girl? Okay. I hope this was helpful to anyone struggling out there with eyeliner. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I will be happy to answer them, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.